Hi, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas, Texas on Thursday, December the 28th. Welcome to our video commentary. You know, we're not done with 2017, and they're already talking about 2018, making predictions about what's going to happen next November. And I would simply caution people to hold back a little bit because nobody really has a clue of what's going to happen in 2018. There's so many balls up in the air that I wouldn't go out and bet much one way or the other as what's going to happen. Now, the argument, of course, that you're hearing from many Democrats is that there's all this intensity and there's a blue wave out there forming, and that's going to drive the Democrats to a huge day come November. It could happen. It could happen. They bring up, for example, the argument that history is always on the side of the opposition party. Sometimes it is. For example, it didn't happen in 2002 for President Bush. He actually gained seats in his first midterm election. Both President Bush, the first President Bush, and President Reagan had, lost seats in their first midterm, but they didn't lose the House or the Senate one way or the others. The only two presidents that I'm familiar with in recent memory who lost really big or actually lost one of the chambers were President Clinton in 1994, who lost the House and the Senate, and then later President Obama in 2010, who lost the House. So it could happen. I mean, a lot of things can happen, but I think it's a little bit premature. The problem that I see with the Democrats, and the reason that I am not as inclined to see a blue wave coming, as they like to refer to it, there's a couple of problems. Number one, the Democrats are all invested in the failure of the GOP tax plan. And I think that was a big mistake on the part of many Democrats, because I don't think this tax plan is going to be as negative as they continue to tell us it's going to be. I think it will actually improve the economy substantially. And if it does, if I turn out to be right in that prediction, then I think you're going to see some Republican surprises in November 2018. That's what Newt Gingrich is writing in a new post, as well as my friend Barry Castleman, the Prairie editor. That's what they're saying, that there could be some Republican surprises. But I think another reason why the Democrats are in bad shape is that the party has gone too far to the left. You don't have centrist Democrats anymore. If you look at the electoral map, you can literally drive from, let's say, the East Coast to the California coast and not actually go through a county that voted for Hillary Clinton. It's very difficult for Democrats to win today in rural areas and some of those districts in the heart of the country that you have to win. If you want to win back the House, if you want to win 25, 30 seats to win back the House, you're going to have to do better than simply winning cities or even some of the suburbs. You're going to have to win many of those rural areas in places like Missouri, West Virginia, and so on. You're going to have to win a lot of those districts if you want the House back. And I just don't see the Democrats today capable of doing that. So that's why I'm not as inclined to think that there's a big wave coming. Now, the Senate looks very good for the Republicans because the Democrats have a lot more vulnerable seats. So that, there could be a Republican surprise in the Senate. They could pick up actually 3 or 4 seats. The bottom line, speaking here at the end of 17, is that nobody really knows what's going to happen in 2018. You can pretty much put up whatever scenario you want to put up. But the real truth will come in the summer. When we begin to see the impact of the economic plan. Obviously, if the economy is doing well by summer, then I think it's going to be a pretty good night for the Republicans. If the economy is doing very badly by summer, I don't think that's going to happen, by the way, but if it is, let's say, a bad economy, then yes, of course, the Democrats will do well. Bottom line is, don't get too caught up in predictions at the end of 17 about something that will happen in November of 2018. Remember, the experts predicted that Hillary Clinton was going to win. How did that turn out? Not real well. I also think the Democrats are kidding themselves with Alabama and with Virginia. Those were not really big Democrat victories at all. Alabama was more of a Republican defeat, and Virginia was more of a continuation. That's something that started years ago, where the state has become more and more Democrat. So don't get too hung up on these predictions. There's a lot of time still ahead. Have a wonderful day, everybody. This is Silvio Canto in Dallas. We have all of these commentaries over at YouTube, as well as my blog, as well as Twitter. Have a great day, everybody. Bye-bye.